Hi there, my name is Simon Neve from Fusion Software Limited, and today I'd like to demonstrate how easy it is to create surveys using our new product called Mojo Surveys. So without further ado, I'll open up CRM and you'll see Mojo Surveys is installed in the workplace. So let's create a new survey. Many of the fields are pre-populated from our survey template that we've set up already, so that saves rekeying the information in again. And we'll call this survey customer service. So this survey form is where you'd enter general information such as whether you want to accept anonymous responses, the close date for when the last date of submission is. You can specify a whole bunch of runtime links that appear at the bottom of the survey, as well as header text, runtime title, etc. It's here you also copy a piece of text into the email body when you send out an invitation, and also here you define what actions you want to take when a survey response is received into CRM. So by default there are 3 actions available out of the box from Mojo Surveys. The first one is to create a lead for anonymous responses. The second one is to automatically send an email back to the respondent to say thanks very much for the information. And the third one is to create an alert task based on data received in the survey. So for example, if someone's expressed some dissatisfaction, then you can create a task for someone to follow up on that and to find out why they are dissatisfied. So if we switch to the designer, so the designer has a Survey Explorer window on the right hand side, and this has 3 main windows within it. This is a navigation pane to select the pages. Also there's this new survey components, and this is where you can add components onto the survey via drag and drop. So for example, if you wanted to add a page, you can simply drag and drop a page on there. If you wanted to add a section, again you can drag and drop, and it has the various different question types. So these are grouped together into text question, ratings questions, single response, multiple response, number, date, and just plain text. Within these there are other examples, for example email questions and website questions, and we'll go through these in a minute. Also we have a question library. So these questions are created by default in Mojo Surveys, but as you go along, if you find you have questions that are reused across multiple surveys, then you can simply check a box and they appear in your question library. So you can simply drag them onto the page again. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll modify this welcome page to make it more meaningful. And in this demo I'm going to copy and paste a lot of text I prepared earlier to save typing it out. And here you can also specify a section image. In this case we're choosing an image of the customer service manager. Should also explain that a section is really just a group of questions. So you might have a customer service section, or you might have a section relating to a particular group of questions for a product. And what we'll do is we'll modify the welcome text. And now we'll navigate to the page that contains the questions. And you can add more questions, add more pages if you desire. So again we'll add an icon, and these icons are provided out of the box with Mojo Surveys. There's many icons, many sizes we provide, but you can also add your own icon. So what we're doing now is add a simple text question onto the grid. Okay, you see these tips tell you information as you go along. So you can put in simple HTML formatters, and you can specify whether the response is required or not. You can put tooltip, and we have the concept of measures. Now measures are simply a way of storing the data in CRM in an easy to use format for workflows. So in this particular case we won't use a measure, but I'll show you on a customer service rating how they would be used. And we have some validation. For example, you can specify the maximum length, you can specify a regular expression to ensure that particular data matches up an order number, postcode, a telephone number, or national insurance number, for example. And you'll see that the survey displays what the respondent is going to see pretty closely. So next we're going to add in a single response type. And we'll add in the question. And the responses should be one per line. And in this case we've got some options for how we want to display the responses. Do we want big buttons, radio buttons, or drop down list? We choose big buttons. And we'll get rid of this default text here. And next we'll add a rating question. And here we will store the information in a measure, satisfaction rating 1. So for ratings there's various options available: stars, sad to happy smileys, neutral to happy smileys. We choose stars and we'll allow half ratings. 5 stars will be fine. So if I show you some of the other ratings available as well. And in this case we choose neutral to happy. Another rating question. This time we'll choose sad to happy, and you'll see it's pre-populated the tooltips over the ratings. Okay, so there's also the option of adding rating grids, and these are a very easy way of collecting a lot of information very quickly. So we'll add in just 3 rows, so the questions will appear as rows, and the respondent will pick a rating for each question. Again, we'll just choose stars. And we'll also choose a grid of single responses. So in this case we'll have some agree or disagree statements. And the questions are relating to the customer agent. And the answers are going to be columns. Now you see we have the choice to rotate the text 90 degrees or not. If we rotate the text 90 degrees, it makes it much easier for the respondent to fill in, particularly on a mobile device, so we would select that option. Okay, so straight away you can see we've built up a survey very, very quickly, and what you see here is what the respondent is gonna get, but we should also publish the survey and then preview the survey just to double check. Okay, so now we're going to preview the survey. Okay, so this would be your logo that you've chosen. So this is the text that we've altered, and these are the questions that we've selected. So this is using a Metro theme, but you can modify the theme to use your colours if you like, and then the respondent would submit the information. Because this is in preview, the information won't be submitted, but you can see exactly what the respondent sees. So I hope you agree it's very easy to create great looking surveys with Mojo surveys. In other sessions we'll look at how to send invitations to your customers and how to create custom actions so that you can perform your own business logic. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope this is of interest to you.